Story of Samuel de Champlain. Samuel de Champlain was a French diplomat and explorer. He was born in Hires-Brage, province of Santage. His earliest explorations were with his uncle Francois Gravé de Pont. He ventured as far as Spain and the West Indies. From 1601 to 1603, he was a geographer for King Henry IV. He joined Pont's explorations to Canada in 1603. In the summer of 1605, Samuel sailed down the coast of New England as far as south as Cape Cod. In 1608, Samuel was named lieutenant to De Monts, and they sailed off on another exploration up the St. Lawrence River. When they arrived in June 1608, they constructed a fort in what is now known as the city of Quebec. The following summer, Champlain fought in the first major battle against the Iroquois, forming a hostile relationship that would last for more than a century. In 1615, Samuel made a brave voyage into the interior of Canada, accompanied by a tribe of Native Americans with the French, who he had good relations, the Hurons. The French aided the Hurons in an attack on the Iroquois, but they lost the battle, and Champlain was hit in the knee with an arrow and unable to walk. He lived with the Hurons for that winter, between the foot of Georgian Bay and Lake Simcoe. When Samuel returned to France, he found himself embroiled in lawsuits and was unable to return to Quebec. He spent his time writing the stories of his voyages, complete with maps and illustrations. When he was reinstated as lieutenant, he returned to Canada with his wife, who was 30 years his junior. In 1627, Louis XIII, chief minister, Cardinal de Ralou, formed the Company of 100 Associates to rule the new France and placed Champlain in charge. Things did not go smoothly for Champlain for long. Eager to capitalize on the profitable fur trade in the region, Charles I of England commissioned an expedition under David Kirke to displace the French. They attacked the fort and seized supply ships, cutting off necessary sources to the companies. Champlain surrendered in July 19th, 1629, and returned to France. Champlain spent some of the time writing about his travels until 1632. The British and the French signed a treaty of Saint-Germain-en-Laye, returning Quebec to French. Champlain returned to be its governor, but by this time, however, his health was fading and he was forced to retire in 1633. He died in Quebec on Christmas Day, 1635.